Hello and welcome to another episode here at Autoshinewrexham Valeting&Detailing. Today we've got this lovely blue Mustang in for a single stage paint correction and enhancement and a 5-year ceramic coating. We're also going to throw in a free interior valet for it and also coat his front window and driver's side windows as well, just to give him a little bit of protection and visibility throughout the winter that is coming up. So the car's just been dropped off for us. We've got it for 3 days now. I'm not solely just working on this car this week. I've got another correction being dropped off tomorrow, which I'll also do a few clips on. But I'm going to quickly wash this car now because it's going to be going dark within about an hour's time. Give the car a wash, decon, iron, tar, decon, bring it inside, get the kettle on. Whilst I'm making myself a brew, I'll do a little bit of clay barring. And then, yeah, we'll start the machine polishing, see how much of it we can get done tonight. Probably finish it in the morning, to be fair, and then we'll get the ceramic coating on, let it start curing, and then he can pick it back up Friday morning. We are currently on Tuesday, just for reference, so we've got it for 3 days, but it needs to be coated and cured by Friday morning, 10 o'clock. Right, let's crack on with it. Oh, that's got some weight to it. No wonder it's not got hydraulic. Fairly clean. Brilliant. Because the car is already pretty clean within the engine bay, it's probably not going to need an awful lot of work. It wasn't discussed on the pricing sort of aspect. We weren't even going to bother with the engine bay. The guy pretty much just wanted a single stage correction and coating, and I threw in the windows as a little freebie. But whilst I'm under here, I thought I'd just give it a quick little tickle. It doesn't take much, and it also adds to like the customer's experience when they pick it up. It's a good feeling saying you've gone above and beyond. It makes them want to come back to you and tell their friends, and that's how the circle goes. So for 5 minutes of working in the engine bay, it can bring a lot of work to you. And it's things like that you know, not everybody does. But we like to do things a little bit differently down here. Go above and beyond for all the customers. No matter if you're in for just a valet or full paint correction, we'll go above and beyond. I get a lot of people asking, especially if I'm at a customer's house and because obviously I've got the mobile van as well, if I'm at their house and I'm putting loads of foam in their engine bay, I do get asked quite a lot saying, oh my god, you can't be putting that much water or cleaning product down on an engine bay. But yeah, you most definitely can, as long as you're doing it safely and you're doing it the right way, then you're absolutely fine to just go ahead with that. Most cars, well, all cars within the last like 20 years pretty much have all electronically secure and waterproof, as in you can the car's designed to take a little bit of water in. It's not going to harm it. The reason I let the car run is to avoid water sitting on the belts and in any places that it shouldn't be. So I let the car run, make sure everything's hot. If water or foam gets in a place it shouldn't be, it'll just burn off. It's pretty foolproof really, this process. What I have noticed though is every time I'm scrubbing, it looks like there's almost a rainbow effect on every surface, and I'm not sure if that's oil or not, so it could just be a dressing that another valeter or maybe even the owners put on, but personally I don't think that does not look like a dressing to me. So I'll phone the owner and I'll let him know that there could be an oil leak somewhere, just so he's aware, but 9 times out of 10 it's usually just a dressing. Right, so I've had a little look around the wheel. They're caked in shit. They've not been properly washed in a long time. I usually go with the Cartech wheel cleaner, which is just like an alkaline-based wheel cleaner. I think it's like pH 13-ish, so it's quite strong. But I know for a fact they won't shift that, so I'm going straight to Cartech's Essentials Fallout Remover. This will be strong enough just to shift all the shit that has been left on these wheels for too long. It might be a case if we have to use a little bit of acid just to get rid of the worst of it, because it is very caked on. But we'll do a few rounds with iron remover, let it sit for a while, give it a bit of agitation, and yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. Right, whilst the snow foam's on, chemical guys, water spot remover, just going to go around all the chrome badges that are on the car, put this on, rub it in with the brush, let it sit for a few minutes, and when I come to jet off the snow foam, which is acting as the pre-wash, it'll take that off as well and leave a nice clean surface. The reason you do this is if you've got a badge, let's say a Golf R badge, it says Golf in letters. Instead of taking the badges off, polishing it and then putting the badges back on, because that's a lot of extra time and that is something that a customer would usually have to pay for. You do this, it cleans around the badges pretty nicely, and you don't have to then try and get in all the little gaps and crevices to clean it out, because this has done the work for you. So, right, 2-bucket method. Safest way to clean a car, obviously with a pre-wash first, or 2 pre-washes if needed. 2-bucket method is 1 bucket full of soap, 1 full of clean water. Both buckets can be hot if needed, but it doesn't make a big difference. And yeah, you stick your mitt in the soapy one, you clean the car in straight lines, and once you've done a small patch, so I've done all clean patches there, typically places which aren't contaminated. So I've done the bonnet, windscreen, roof and back windscreen, they're all clean anyway. Overall it's a very clean car. once you've done a certain amount of panels, or you feel like the mitt might get a little bit more dirty, you drop it into your empty bucket, which has just got water in it, and it takes out all the dirt and all the grit, and keeps it below the grit guard, which is what you should run in your bucket. Just a little tip, if you want to look after your own car in the future, it's a great way to keep swirls and scratches and micro marring off your car. Do everything you can to look after paintwork. It's very fragile, and it's an expensive process to get fixed by a professional anyway. On to the decontamination stage. Again, hitting it with the Cartech iron fallout, strongest iron fallout that I know of. I have tried Belt Hamber, Angel Wax, Infinity Wax. I've tried so many different iron fallouts, and I find Cartech is the best one to use. Plus it's pH neutral, some iron fallouts aren't. And Max awake, come here boy. That's the unit dog. Yeah, just gonna quickly decontaminate the car, and then yeah, iron tar, get it inside, dry it off, and we'll be good to go. Say hi to the camera, dude. Come here. Say hi to Mac. He's the new unit dog. Gives me a bit of company whilst I'm down here. Say hi, dude. Such a well-behaved dog. He's only 12 weeks old. Little Labrador. Fantastic. Right, gotta get back to work, mate. 15, Mark 3 I think, one with the carbon head. Should do a test panel, see if we get the desired results, and if we need more cutting power, I'm going to move to, I'm going to just change the compound to Cartex 5000. I'm going to start with 9000 on the white pad, and then go heavier as needed. Obviously, you would want to take off as least amount of lacquer as possible, whilst getting the results you want. What's the point you taking off half the amount of lacquer that's on there if you get the same result as taking off 1/5 of the amount of lacquer. Okay, that one's off. Priming the pad, Cartex 9000. I've been asked a few times why I use small bottles. I'm sure it would make more sense for me to buy the big bottles. I do buy the 1 litre bottles, but when I'm doing a test panel, I bring like pretty much all of the small bottles, and I'll test them that, and then I'll take them all back to the stock room and pick up like a 1 litre bottle that I need. It saves you lugging everything about, but it makes more sense in my eyes. Definitely looks glossy, I'm not sure it's taking out enough scratch to go on. So we moved all the swirls, and it isn't just for single stage gloss enhancement, but there's a couple deeper marks there which aren't far off coming out. So I might try 5000, see if that gets the desired result. So that's how we're looking after just that one pass there, compared to, let's say, that. I'm pretty sure you can pick that up. Maybe if we go for a darker colour, I'll zoom in a bit. It's very hard to actually see the damage. And that shows it the best. General swirling across all panels. When you bring it back up here to the one we've just done, and it's pretty clear as day. I didn't realise that this was a flat colour. I won't lie, I thought it was a metallic, but nope, it is a flat blue. It's actually very nice, and it's a very nice colour to look at. It's a nice change from all the black cars that I've been doing recently. I think like out of the last 20 cars I got to correct the coat, 75% of them have been black. I mean, it's a black one over here, ready to go back out now, just waiting for a customer. Pick that up tomorrow morning, and this one is here until Friday. So we'll try 5000. If that works better, that's what I'll go to. If not, I'll stick to 9000 because that'll bring out more gloss. But I'll get some polishing done, and I'll catch up with you once I've done a little bit of work. respray on this door, on this rear quarter, and it is one of the shittest respray jobs I've ever seen on a car like this. Let's see if I can catch it on camera. This will be a laugh now. Nothing picks up on this camera. Don't think it's a camera, I'm pretty sure it's just because I haven't got a clue how to use it. Right, if we look at the reflection of this light and bring the exposure down. Right there, those little dots, there, that's all silicone in the paint. So that looks awful. And you can actually see that quite clearly with these inspection lights on. Camera struggles to pick it up, but you can see them because we're not flat. Anyway, let's look at the sanding marks that have been left in it. How can we pick these up then? I'm not sure the best way to see this. There we go. If you look at this light here, you can see in the paint there's a sanding mark as we pass by it. Whack on zoom here. There you go. You can sort of see the texture difference as we pass the light. The texture of the light changes. That's all sanding marks, and it's everywhere. It's down the bottom. This whole quarter has been painted, and they've blended into this front door. The reason I say that is there was a load of overspray just by here. I think it was overspray or a tape mark, either or. I flattened that back out for the customer so he doesn't have that. But yeah, overall, car's coming up really well. I've done front wing, front door, quarter, lower sill, top of roof, half of this roof, like this side, and I did a test panel on the bumper as well, sorry, on the bonnet. But yeah, I'm happy with how the car's coming up, it looks good. Right, okay, it is exactly 27 minutes past 11. I'd say that's enough work done tonight on the Mustang. I've managed to do the single stage all down one side, down the side and back, half the roof, rear quarter on the other side. I was going to tackle the gloss black part now, but I would like to go and get in bed at this point. So back early in the morning, try and get down here for 8 o'clock. Might get down here a little bit earlier if the puppy lets me, and we'll be good to go. Absolutely buzzing with the results so far, but still quite a bit of work to go, and need to do a few isolated scratch removals as well, which are bugging me. Customer doesn't know about them, but they're bugging me, so I will be getting rid of them before I hand the car back to them. But yeah, catch you in the morning. Right, good morning. It is 20 past 10 the next day. I got in this morning about 9 o'clock. I wanted to get in a little bit earlier, but I haven't been feeling the best recently. So I took a bit of a chilled morning, a bit more of a chilled out approach. Just going to come in nice and early and just get as much work done as possible. But I ended up staying in bed and I uploaded another YouTube video instead. Yeah, last night, I'm not sure if I gave you an update of what I did or not, I can't remember. But I finished this rear quarter this morning and sat on the door. I've already done the roof, I did that this morning before I picked up the camera. That was just to prime the new pad. door now, do the lower section of the door, front fender / wing, bonnet, bumper, done. And then it's just panel wipe and I'm waiting for the ceramic coating to be delivered. It's saying it'll be delivered before 10 p.m. tonight, so that's a 12-hour wait if it's going to come at that time. I'd like to think that Amazon are going to ship it a little bit earlier, and if they do, I'll be able to get this coated and I'll stick it down the side once I take collection for another car. This Audi's being picked up in an hour's time, and an hour and 10 minutes time. So once that's gone, we've got a little bit more room in the place. And yeah, the weather's awful today, so I can't even leave the cars outside for when customers come. I do quite like the customers to be able to see it in the sun, but I don't think that's going to be the case over the next few weeks. It's looking pretty grim outside. But yeah, I'm going to crack on, do a few more clips. Also need to coat the windows, so I'll probably run over them quickly with a polish or hand polish them. They're actually alright nick, but a little bit of water spottage on all windows. I'm only meant to be coating the front one, but as it's more of a sealant than a coating in my eyes, I might just throw it on the side window as well. Just as a little bit of bonus for the customer. Just makes it feel a little bit better. What are you doing? You destroying my stuff? Bit of an update on the Ford Mustang. It's just received its panel wipe, so there's no polish residue left on the car. So you spray the panel wipe on, buff it with one cloth, and then completely remove the panel wipe with the second cloth. It leaves you with a completely prepped surface for coatings. Gets rid of all the polish and any dust as well. So it's great to just clean the car up before you put a long-term coating on it. I've also done the glass with panel wipe as they're being coated now. I'm just going to move this car over into this section of the unit as I'm waiting for the ceramic coating to be delivered, and it says it's going to be delivered at 8 o'clock at night. It is now 10 to 4, so I've got another 4 hours to wait until I can actually coat this car because I've got to wait for it to be delivered. So meanwhile, whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to get on with this car, which is a Range Rover Autobiography. That's in for a single stage coating, a single stage correction, 5-year coating, wheel off package, and windows package as well. So that car is quite a big job, so I'm just going to start prepping that now, do a decon wash on it, get it inside, get it dry, but I want it in this bay as I'm going to start the correction off. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when the coating's back. Definitely not going to be this light, but the car is not far off being done. Good morning, it is Thursday, 8:30 in the morning. Last night I put the ceramic coating on after it got delivered. It got delivered very late, so I came back down to the unit, put the coating on the car. I did a few little clips with it, but because of how late it was, I didn't get too many. The whole car's been coated in the ceramic coating. I've also did the front window, which I recorded as well. So today it's just a job of doing all the little cracks and crevices, making sure the polish is removed, making sure that the job's up to scratch for when the owner picks it up. Door shuts, windows. I've already done an interior clean for them yesterday whilst I was waiting for the coating to buff off, or the window coating to flash off. But yeah, the car's basically ready to go now. It's just the little things that need to be done. So I'm just going to crack on with that, de-dust the car, get rid of all the polish, windows, do bits and bobs on it, make sure that I'm happy. And then I've got the Range Rover autobiography there to start cracking on with. I did a lot of polish on that yesterday whilst I was waiting for the coating to arrive for both cars. So today I've only got to do the gloss black parts and take the wheels off to coat them. So another busy day at Autoshine, but same as always, so let's crack on. Okay, so it's now Friday morning. The customer is coming to pick up their car in about 20 minutes time, so I've brought it outside just to get some final photos, letting the car warm up for the customer as well. Get some nice photos, a nice little walk around video as well for you, show the car and the colour in its true beauty outside in the sun. And yeah, I'm hoping the customer's going to be extremely happy with the results. The car looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'll do you a few shots now.